So the other day, I was cleaning a theater at work, and I noticed that it was pretty much completely sold out. Like practically every seat was sold. And as people were exiting the film, this guy was like, "Yo, this movie's so good. Have you seen it yet?" I'm like, "No, I haven't seen this movie yet." And he's like, "Yeah, you have to see it, bro. It's really good." So after I done the clean, I look at what theater it was, and it was for The Last Dance. It's a Cantonese movie filmed in Hong Kong, and yeah, it won a bunch of awards. It's like the highest. It's like the top of the box office right now in Hong Kong, like ever for domestic. And yeah, I was like, you know what? Why don't I go check out this movie after work? I usually don't see foreign films, but the fact that this guy told me it was really good, and the fact it was so packed, and the fact it was like the highest grossing movie at the time, or at least right now this week, is like I gotta go check this out. So after work, I go get tickets and I go to my seats. I offered Hazel she wanted to come with because Cast Pass, the free ticket, comes with two tickets. She didn't want to watch, which is understandable. But yeah, I sat down and I sat down. I looked at the guy next to me and he's like, "Yo, are you here for the right movie, bro?" And I'm like, because I was like the only white dude there, and and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here for the Last Dance." And then he spoke some Cantonese to me because the movie's in Cantonese, and I'm like, "No, I don't speak Cantonese, bro. Sorry." He's like, "How you gonna understand, bro? Like, what are you doing here? You know?" And I'm like, "Oh, it has subtitles. Like, don't worry, man, I'll be fine." So I don't know if it's reverse microaggression, but whatever. I was like, anyways, he's like, it's gonna be really deep. Yeah, I don't know if you'll understand this movie. I'm like, I'm open minded. I want to give it a try because I heard it's really good and it won a bunch of awards, which is true. And he's like, you know what? That's good. You're open minded. So let's see how it is. And I watched this movie, The Last Dance, and it basically follows the plot. Is basically this guy named Dominic. I don't know what his Cantonese name is, but they call him Dominic in the film, and he's like a wedding planner turned to a funeral planner, and it's basically about him, and he learns how to plan funerals. But there's this like Taoist guy, Hello Man or Master Man is his name, and it's about like him learning to balance the business side of the funeral planning with like the traditional ceremonies, like the breaking of Hell's Gate, where you break plates. It's a whole thing, and there's also like a family drama, and there's like some tension between like taking care of Master Man, who's really old, and then about like religious practices and like how it was just a lot of stuff. So I'm not going to describe the whole movie, but that's like a general rundown of the summary. I don't want to spoil anything because it's a very, very good movie. And after the movie, I turned to the guy. I'm like, "That was excellent. That was such a good movie." And he's like, "Wow, I'm glad you liked it, man. I didn't think you would." And then he was telling me about how like he buried his dad, and he was talking about the movie, and it was kind of nice. We had a nice conversation after that. So yeah, it was a really interesting movie. I don't really typically watch foreign films. The last one I really liked was Old Boy, which is a crazy movie. This was nothing like that, but it was very, very good. The acting was phenomenal. I think the lead actress, I forget her name, she won a Best Actress award for her performance in that movie, The Last Dance. So amazing movie. I give it like a solid like 8.5 out of 10. It was a little bit slow, so I don't think it's for everybody. But the acting was phenomenal. The jokes, there was a lot of humor. What I really liked about this movie was, although it was about funeral homes, there were a lot of funny scenes, and I think they did a really good job contrasting like moments of sadness and happiness. A lot of the times, the whole theater was laughing, but then you could tell when sad stuff happened, the whole theater was really affected. So it was interesting how they had this whole background of like a funeral home, and they made it a funny movie at the same time. It's not a comedy, but I'd say a lot of it was pretty funny. Like, but yeah, those are like my overall thoughts on the movie. Excellent acting. I learned a lot about traditions, the burial practices. All the actors were amazing, and yeah, great movie. If you want to check out a new foreign film, The Last Dance, if you can get seats, go check it out. I'd highly recommend it. Peace out.